guys, hope you are doing well. I am back with day 5 of my December daily for 2022, and this is a nice simple one-page spread for day 5, and I'm using another page protector that has the 4 3x4 slots in it, and I'm using 2 cards and 2 photos. The bottom left-hand photo, obviously you can see it is my kitty cats. They were all laying on me. I don't know if they've ever done that or ever done that recently. Usually it's 1 or 2. They don't like to all be together necessarily, but this time they were, and I was super happy. So I caught a quick snapshot of that. And then the top right photo is a picture of my Starbucks cup. I always take a picture of the Starbucks cup every year because it's just pretty and it's very cheery for the holidays. And so this card, I wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit by adding some embroidery floss like I have been on the rest of my layouts. And I'm just using the green, and I just free-handed some X patterns, or free-handed the little holes to do the X patterns. I didn't need to have any kind of template or anything for this. And I'm putting a little X in each of the corners of this die cut here. And I did trim the die cut down just a little bit. I wanted to make sure there was a little bit of framing around the entire edge of this die cut. I really like the wood grain in the background, and it matched really nice with the wood grain in the base of that little globe at the top left. So I'm just going to glue all that down, and then I'll add a little bit of journaling up underneath the Comfort and Joy here in a little bit. It's just going to be typed on my vintage typewriter on some of the same cardstock that I've been using from the Gnome for the Holidays kit. And I'll just be cutting that into strips. But first, I'm trying to embellish a few bits on this layout. Again, I am keeping it pretty simple, but I am going to embellish the bottom right-hand corner of this photo of the coffee. And it's going to have a little gold circle. That piece that I have there right now, that's like a acrylic piece that I got from an Allie Edwards kit quite some time ago. And these vintage, or not vintage, I'm sorry, these gold circle labels are also from an Allie Edwards kit, and I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to work. And I do want to add a little bit of journaling to this spot as well, so I want to make sure I leave a little bit of room. I'm just going to be doing the same strips here, so I'm going to end up gluing that acrylic design piece there, that star, right exactly where it's at right now, and then I will add a little bit of my strips of journaling here, and I'm just trimming it down with the trimmer here, and it's just going to say Starbucks for the win, something very, very simple. I didn't really have a whole lot of journaling to go with the Starbucks cup. It's coffee, so you know, how much do you need to journal about it? So I'm going to add that and just trim that out with my scissors to make sure it's small enough that it fits nicely in the bottom left-hand side of that circle sticker label. Now I just finished gluing that all down, and then I will glue down the little acrylic star here. Again, using my art glitter glue. I really love this glue. I've talked about it in a couple of my past videos, but if you're looking for a really nice, strong glue that dries clear and it's just really great, it's the art glitter glue. So definitely check that out. I'm just going to hold it there for a couple seconds just to make sure it doesn't move. And then I am going to work on this card here. I want to add some fabric here. This is an old piece of pillowcase from actually my grandma's house, and I'm just going to make this really rough ruffle here, and I poke some holes in it, and I'm just going to take my red embroidery floss and just do some really simple stitching across the top just to hold it in place. I could have glued it as well, but I really like the look of the embroidery floss. And I have been using the embroidery floss just the 3 strands instead of the full 6, but for this one I did use the full 6 strands. I just thought it looked a little bit nicer, and it just showed up a bit more on this. So I'm just going to sew all that down, and then I will trim off the extra thread here in a second. And sorry, I'm kind of off camera here when I'm stitching this. And so I'll add the stitching. It was kind of like it wasn't really a back stitch, but it was kind of like a back stitch. I just wanted it to be solid, kind of a line across the whole side. So that's what I end up doing here. And you can see here, it's just a very simple little ruffle at the top there. And then here is where I trim out some more journaling, and I put it down there on the bottom right-hand 3x4 card. Again, just typing out with my vintage typewriter, and then trimming it out with this little Creative Memories trimmer. I absolutely love that little trimmer. It's one of my favorite things. If you can grab one, if you want something that just cuts little small things or helps cut your photos. I'll get photos printed like on 4x6, like 2 3x4s on a 4x6, and I always use that trimmer to cut my photos apart. I absolutely love it. I don't know if they actually sell it anymore. I'm thinking that they might not, but you can find them on like eBay and Facebook Marketplace and things like that. I think I got mine secondhand. So I'm just trying to figure out how that's going to fit there. I'm just going to make sure it's spaced out nicely, and then I'm going to glue everything down. And then I'm just kind of showing you what everything looks like. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video and you have been enjoying the videos since the beginning. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those below. And if you could, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Bye-bye.